Sagaffi, Liberty Home Mortgage. What's today's topic? It's a topic that I get asked all the time. Why can't I get a loan? Okay. I've broken this up into 3 parts. When you cannot get a loan, it's going to be 1 of 3 reasons, 2 of 3 reasons, or 3 of 3 reasons. That's why you got to watch this little series I've got. Reason number 1, your credit. Again, I hear stuff like this all the time.
Because, I know a bunch of people who are getting loans who have horrible credit just like me.
That's fine, okay? The first reason, one of the reasons you are not getting a loan is your credit. What is your credit score? What is your credit history? The two are separate, but they go together, okay? So let's start with that one there. Credit could be a gigantic reason why you are not getting a loan. I'm not being a jerk when I say this, but this is just a reality check, okay? In my opinion, there's too much coddling out there and not enough people telling somebody what they have to do in order to become financeable and ready to buy a home. You don't have to rent for your whole life, but for a brief period of time, maybe you do. What's your credit score? Is your credit score 570? Is it 590? Is it 670? I've seen them all over the place not getting qualified for loans. I've got people in the high 6s, low 7s who can't get qualified conventionally, and we have to go with a different type of loan or something like that. What's your score? What's your credit history? Now, if you're also watching me saying, Hesh, I've been working on my credit for years and there's been nothing changing. The only thing that you've been doing, if you've worked on your credit for 5 years and nothing's changed, the only thing you've worked on is the same thing. There's no way on the planet Earth you are taking the correct steps to fix your credit, and over a 2 to 3 to 4 year period, you have the same credit that you had 3 years earlier. It's impossible. I challenge anyone watching me right now. Feel free to call me. I'm easy to get a hold of. Type my name into Google and you'll pull up my phone number all over the creation. It's 216-780-1103. That's my cell phone. It's glued to me. It's sitting right here while I'm doing this video too, by the way. But anyways, you've got to take the steps to work on your credit. So why aren't you getting a loan? First reason could easily be your credit. Your credit score is not high enough. Your credit history doesn't work. I've seen people with a 730 score, but only 1 trade line, and they've had the trade line for 7 months. Guess what? That's your credit history. It's not all about your score. It's also about your history. I will tell you, you get the score high enough, you're going to be able to check off that box with a 90% probability whether or not you can qualify for a mortgage loan. So again, when it comes to why can't I get a loan, credit is the starting point of that one. You have to look at the credit. And again, I get an awful lot of people out there saying, Hesh, I know a lot of people with horrible credit that get loans. Okay, watch reasons number 2 and number 3. For example, I've done loans. I just did one recently for somebody in the low 5s. I'm talking like 502, okay? 502 score. But, however, they had like a 50% down payment, okay? Now, when you want to sit here and say, well, anybody would give them a loan with 50% down. Not quite, okay? They still got declined at other places before they got to us. Not only do we work with people with perfect credit, we also work with people with less than perfect credit, even all the way down to 500. But when that score goes down, I have videos on this, okay? That's why you have to subscribe to this page. The amount of money you need to come up with goes up. Now, just because you have a big down payment doesn't mean you get the loan either. That's going to be part 3 of this series. But as far as your credit goes, you either better have a gigantic amount of money down, a super strong cosigner, both of them, or you just have to go to work on your credit. Take the steps today that you clearly have not taken over the last 5 or 10 years. Pay all the bills on time, make a commitment to make the difficult decisions and put yourself in uncomfortable situations. There are times when you want to get DoorDash. You know what? Don't get DoorDash. There are times that you want to go out for the weekend to a restaurant or a bar or whatever, and you say, I'm going to Uber. Don't go to the restaurant. Don't go to the bar. Don't Uber. Take the money you would have spent, redirect it to the bills. That's how you do this stuff. Reason number 1 for why I can't get a loan, it's going to be your credit. That's reason 1. Watch the next 2 videos I have on this also, and I'll catch you on the next one.